All right, good morning. I want to take the time today to address a bunch of questions that are important that I feel people are still uncertain of. I'm still getting questions on email, and I want to make sure you all know how to do this before we proceed, okay? So, just a quick review. This is Soundation. This is our digital audio workstation. In this main window here, we see our workspace where we have a timeline and a place to drop clips or samples. The timeline is this numbered line up here. Each little box represents a bar or measure. If you want to see which bar or measure your cursor is explicitly on, you can consult the transport and it will show you I'm on bar 11, beat 1, right? I click 12, now I'm on bar 12, beat 1. If I want to zoom in and be more accurate, I'm going to take my mouse all the way to the bottom of the screen where we see this plus or minus slider, and I can zoom in to see closer inside of a bar. So looking at bar 12, we'll notice there are these little hash marks, and every so many marks another beat. So essentially, you can line up any sample in any measure on any beat, okay? It is important that the beginning and the ends of your clips or samples start at the beginning or end of a bar, all right? There are several options we can use to help make sure our clips are in sync and in tempo and fit inside bars. What we need to realize is what our tempo is globally, meaning set in the transport. Whatever number that is, it would be the best idea to sync the library to that tempo in order to filter out clips that will work the best. Now, I understand not everyone wants to work at 128 or whatever. Sometimes there's a clip at a faster speed that you like. So the option there would be to drag it in, right? So I would drag a clip in to a track and drop it where I wanted it. And then if it did not have the tempo that I want, I would right click and I would use this time stretch to fit to song tempo option. Okay. If you do that and you don't like it, you can reverse it with the reset. Your right click menu is important. It has some effects. It will also help you zoom in and out, and it'll also allow you to color code your clips. Let's say you put a clip in and you don't like it. You click it and you press delete. All gone. There's another question about how do I name my tracks? So you just double click on the title of the channel and you'll be able to create your tracks. You should name your tracks based on the instrument you're using there. This yellow bar is a loop control. So if I want to hear my music played in a loop, I can click it or unclick it. When it's yellow, it's active. When it's a grayish yellow, it is not active. In order to create samples, we have several options. One is this scissor control. The best way to do it is to take your scissor control and slice a clip at the bar you want to sample. Once you have made that slice, grab your cursor, grab the clip you like, right click, copy, and then when you want to paste it, click on the bar you want it to be pasted on, right click, paste. If you know your keyboard shortcuts, you can use those for copy and paste too. This is a Chrome-based app. Everything works on Chrome shortcuts and drag and drop. All right. The last thing was the screenshot. You may have to Google how to screenshot if you're using a Chromebook or Windows. I know on a Mac it's Command-Shift-3, but a simple Google search will get you this answer. Okay. The last thing is exporting and sharing. I know some people want to share the music so I can listen to it. On this menu towards the right, we have several options. This top one allows you to close the sound library so you can see more of your DAW. This folder allows you to see all of your projects. And then this last one, this arrow, will allow you to export in low-res MP3 or publish your track. For our purposes, I think publishing the track is the best because then we can share links and just click on it to listen. All right. Another control that I want to point out is the volume slider. You can slide the volume back and forth depending on how loud you want that track. When you're adding multiple tracks, it's important to be adjusting the volume so you can hear everything. All right. So those are the skills. As far as making sounds the way you like them, how to organize your music, that's kind of a little bit intuition and a little bit experience listening to music and playing around with the software. What I would say is something that I like to keep in mind is I like to create layers. So what that means is not every track needs to happen at the same time. And then what I like to think about is instead of always creating a brand new idea, how do I take an idea that I have and elaborate on it? So what that means is if I have a drum beat and it's just the bass drum, boom, 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 maybe I'll let that go for 4 beats. And then on the next 4 beats, I'll add the snare, boom, crack, boom, crack. And every 4 beats makes a measure. So that would make up 2 measures. And now I used the same idea for 2 measures. The nice thing about drum beats is you want to hear drum beats for like 4 to 8 measures at a time. So when I give you a 16-bar section, I'm essentially asking you to create a drum beat that develops a little and then add some kind of instrument that provides rhythmic information that goes along with that drum beat. And that's why I suggested bass. In this example, I use a synthesizer, but the synthesizer works as a bass line because it is pulsing with the drum beat. So we'll take a listen to this. I don't really want this edit here, so I'm going to delete it. We'll take a listen to this, and you can keep that in mind. And I want you to work towards now the 16 bars that were due today. And if you have created these 16 bars already, I want you to elaborate more on it. So either now add 16 more bars, right? So the way you can do that is you can copy your original 16 bars and paste it all, and then add a melody on top of that. That would be cool. All right. So this is the work for this week. These are some of the skills. I'm sure there'll be another video installment later in the week. But keep these tips in mind as a way to complete your exercises. We'll listen to this on the way out. So right there, that's 16 bars. You'll notice the drums do exactly what I described. There are these clips in the beginning that introduce the idea, and then as the music moves forward, the drum beat keeps the same idea, but then elaborates on it. And I'm just choosing my samples based on what I want to hear, right? So a lot of this is going to be trial and error. Don't get upset if you feel stuck, right? Getting stuck in music means the next thing you figure out is going to be a breakthrough. Okay? Good luck. We'll talk.